Hi, this is Ramesh, founder of FieldSigma Technologies Private Limited. So, FieldSigma was founded by very experienced technical people from IT industry and the consumer durable industry. Basically, we focus mostly on making a product which would improve the business efficiency and optimize the business operations to make the bottom line and top line improves in a business organization. So FieldSigma is one of our flagship product, which basically focuses on field service engineering teams. The field service organizations are of two types basically. One is organization which services their own products or supports their own products. Then there are organizations which support OEM products. So the typical example for the first one is organization like Premier Electronics, which makes textile equipments. They support their own products. A typical example for the second type of organization is you can take any consumer durable industry, where let's take HP. HP has their own partners, service partners, who actually does the service. So there are our product will support both type of organizations. So traditionally what happens here is there will be a help desk or a coordinator sitting in the company office premises. He would basically receive the call by different means, by email or by phone. For the first type of organizations, wherein for a partner type of organizations, the OEM would be giving the information through some of their systems. These organizations can download their calls. So once they get the service call information, they will be basically informing to their field engineer colleagues by either phone, or the field engineer can come back to the office and collect the information, and then they can go to the field. So once the field engineer gets the information about the service call, he can go to the customer, he can repair the equipment. Once it is repaired, he can just basically write down all his service report, and he can create an invoice if needed. And at the end of the day, he will have to go back to the office, or end of the week he will go back to the office and submit all the documents, everything to the manager. So then the manager, everybody will just keeps those documentations in their record room, which will be later referred for auditing purposes or any other purposes. So, for example, if the manager wanted to get some data about a particular service, they need to swim through all the documents in the office, which is really a time-consuming one. So, our FieldSigma application transforms the way the field engineer optimizes the effort, and increases the revenue and profit. Let's see how it happens. So, our FieldSigma application is a cloud-based application supported by Android. Okay. So basically the help desk or the service desk can receive the call information and can update it to the FieldSigma application. This either directly they can enter their data, or the customer also can enter their data with a UI provided to them. So this UI is specific to each companies. And for OEM type of companies, the service coordinators can download the service call information in the form of XLS, and then they can upload to our FieldSigma application. So once it is uploaded, it can be automatically pushed to the field engineers. The coordinator can set some rules in such a way that when a service call received for a particular product or a particular customer, it can be automatically routed to a field engineer, or the coordinator can manually assign also. So the field engineer will get the information immediately when the call arrives, and immediately he can go to the customer and fix it, or he can fix an appointment with the customer, which can be scheduled in the application itself. And now the engineer go to the site and he can fix the issue. Now is the time where he has to create a service report. Now the service report can be created from the mobile itself, where he got the service call information. He basically need to just enter very few data. All other data are pre-populated. So while he was doing a manual report, he has to write everything. So in this case, it is not like that. He has to spend very little time on that, and he can just create the report online, and the report will be submitted to the server, which will be in the server. You don't need to go back to the office every day to submit back the documents actually. And also the coordinator knows the status by looking at the application screen itself. You don't need to call the engineer and check what is the status and all. And the data retrieval, like what the metrics, like how many calls are arriving, how many are pending at any point of time, and what is the customer ratings at any point of time. So one of the major advantage here is the customer can make the signature in the phone itself, which will be also recorded, and a customer also can put their ratings, which will be automatically submitted to the server, which can be referred later also. And also the engineers will have other supporting operations, like the management of the inventory. The stores manager can issue the inventory items to the engineer, which can be always included in the service report and also included in the invoice also. And all transactions of the inventory between the engineer and the stores manager can always be recorded. So the inventory is very well managed. Similarly, the financial part, if the service engineer is collecting some money from the customer, so that also can be recorded in this. And the field engineer also receives money from the finance department for his travel expenses and the per diem allowances. So all this can be recorded, and these transactions usually traditionally done by writing in the ledger notebooks and all, which can be done here itself. Later on, these transactions can be exported back to any other ERP tool like Tally. So as of now, we have integrated Tally. So in future, we will be integrating other ERPs as well. So this is the brief of the product descriptions. So let me go through some of the major features. So if you look at the service call field here, so the service call information can be imported from the spreadsheets and uploaded to our server, or it can be directly entered by the customer through a link, and the coordinator himself can enter any service call. And the assignment of the calls will be automatic based on the skills. He can always make an automatic assignment. Then if configured, he can track the engineer's location also. We can schedule appointment with the customers, and it can be recorded in the system. Service report will be generated from the mobile devices, and the spares inventory is also integrated with this. Even the financial accounting also integrated, and it is also supported by a lot of data collection and analytics. Lots of metrics can be seen with this application. And coming to inventory, the inventory management is integrated with the service call, and materials movement to customer is tracked very automatically. and the application also tracks the warranty. If the warranty information is updated, it will automatically send the information to the service engineers also. So in his information, you can get whether the product is in warranty or not warranty. Later on, the coordinator always can look into the customer details where he can see which are all the warranties going to expire soon. So based on that, they can inform the sales team to go to the customers to get the orders for the fresh warranty or AMC contracts. So all financial transactions like customer receivables, travel advance, expense payment, everything can be recorded, which can be uploaded to any other ERP later. Then coming to the security point of view, the user creation is always through invitation and email verification. There are different roles like field engineer, coordinator, etc. So each role will have their own UI, and the data which is visible to one user will not be used. One role will not be visible to other roles. For example, the financial manager role will have access to all the financial data, where an engineer or coordinator cannot look at that information. And the user authentication is always through Auth 2.0 protocol, which is very much secure. Then the analytics part, we can see metrics like array velocities, closures, SLA compliances, etc. The integration to other ERP, we are integrated to Tally. We are also working on integrating other ERP packages. So the advantages, you can see an accurate and real-time communication with the team. The field engineer productivity will be raised by 25% at least. Revenue increment is always estimated to be more than 25% increase. The records are online, which will be used later for audit, analytics, and corrective actions. The turnaround time and SLA compliance to client RFP will be met and exceeded. Client stickiness will help newer upsell and cross-sell opportunities. So thank you very much. So this is my email ID. Any questions, you can always send an email, or you can call me anytime. Thank you.